Let's talk about codependency. You've likely heard that word at least once in your lifetime, but what is it? Well, interestingly enough, it's not a word found in the diagnostic manual for counselors. So it's not an official diagnosis that we can assign. However, it is probably most closely associated with what we call dependent personality disorder. And with codependency, the essence is that there's an absence of a sense of self, absence of self-esteem, absence of a sense of identity, and absence of personal boundaries and emotional regulation. And these show up in our relationships in significant ways. Oftentimes, there's an anxiety that drives a codependent person. An anxiety to belong, an anxiety to please, an anxiety to be important or significant. And so oftentimes the focal point becomes meeting the needs of others, becoming highly attuned to those needs and ensuring that you respond to those needs. So it's turning away from that internal perspective of my own needs to an external perspective of what are somebody else's needs. Oftentimes what happens in this case is that there is something called emotional sponging, where we absorb the emotions of someone else. Rather than say, you're not fine, but I'm still fine, we say, if you're not fine, I'm not fine either. If you're upset, I'm upset. And so there's not that internal regulation present that is so healthy for us to have within our relationships. Also, there is often a sense of feeling neglected. And that is because this person may be neglecting their own selves. They may not be aware of their needs. And if they are aware of them, they may feel guilty for them. And they may have a hard time knowing how to communicate them. And so oftentimes in these relationships, this person is meeting other people's needs, but they are not having their own needs met, and they are not addressing those needs. So there's a sense of feeling taken advantage of. There's oftentimes a resentment that comes with this, and there are poor boundaries. Maybe they don't know when to say yes or no, or if they need to. So if you are struggling with any of these symptoms, a counselor can help you develop a sense of self, a sense of belonging, a sense of security, a sense of boundaries, and an awareness of your needs so that you can then communicate those and live accordingly. If you are struggling with codependency, I can assure you that you are probably exhausted. It's a very anxiety-based way of existing. And so my encouragement to you is just to reach out to someone today and start your journey of wholeness, start your journey of healing and finding out who it is that God made you to be and what that needs to look like in your life each day.